The power of closing, unlocking sales success. Closing is the heartbeat of sales. It's the moment of truth, the grand finale, the difference between success and failure. But here's the thing. Closing isn't just about that final push. It's a process, a journey, a dance between you and your prospect. Think about it. How many times have you had a great conversation with a potential client? You built rapport. You understood their needs. You presented your solution. But when it came time to ask for the sale, you froze. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. Here's the secret. Closing starts from the moment you first interact with your prospect. It's not just about that final question. It's about every word you say, every action you take, every promise you make. When you master the art of closing, you're not just improving your sales, you're transforming your entire business. In this guide, we're going to dive deep into the world of closing. We'll explore psychological triggers that influence decisions. We'll uncover communication techniques that build trust. And we'll reveal proven strategies that have helped thousands of salespeople just like you. Are you ready to take your sales game to the next level? Let's dive in.
Section 5. Real-life success stories. Closing in action. Theory is great, but nothing beats real-world examples. Let's look at some success stories that illustrate these closing techniques in action. These aren't just feel-good stories. They're blueprints for success. Study them, learn from them, apply them to your own sales process. Meet Sarah, a software sales rep. She was struggling to close deals with small businesses. Her product was great, but prospects were hesitant about the cost. Sarah decided to try the assumptive close. Instead of asking if they wanted to buy, she started asking, "Which package works best for your team size?" The results were immediate. Her close rate jumped by 30% in just 1 month. Then there's Mike, a real estate agent. He was having trouble with buyers who kept delaying decisions. Mike implemented the urgency close, but with a twist. He started sharing market trends showing how prices were rising in desirable neighborhoods. This created natural urgency without being pushy. His sales increased by 25% that quarter. Lastly, consider the case of Emma, a car salesperson. She was new to the industry and struggling to meet her quotas. Emma started using the alternative choice close. Instead of asking if customers wanted to buy, she'd ask, "Would you prefer the red model or the blue one?" This simple change increased her sales by 40% in her first year.
Section 6, personalization, the key to effective closing. In today's world, one-size-fits-all approaches don't cut it anymore. Personalization is key. It's about tailoring your approach to each individual prospect, their needs, their preferences, their communication style. When you personalize your closing strategy, you're not just selling, you're solving problems, you're building relationships. Start by doing your homework. Before any sales call or meeting, research your prospect. What's their industry? What challenges are they facing? What are their goals? This information is gold. It allows you to speak their language, to address their specific pain points, to show how your solution fits into their unique situation. Next, pay attention to their communication style. Are they analytical, wanting lots of data, or are they more big picture oriented, focused on overall outcomes? Do they prefer formal communication or a more casual approach? Mirror their style. It creates rapport. It makes them feel understood. It paves the way for a successful close. Remember, personalization extends beyond the sales conversation. Follow up with personalized emails, send relevant articles or case studies. Show that you're invested in their success, not just in making a sale. This ongoing personalization builds trust. It positions you as a valuable partner, not just another vendor. And when it comes time to close, this foundation of trust and personalization can make all the difference.
Section 7. Handling objections like a pro. Objections are not roadblocks. They're opportunities. When a prospect raises an objection, they're engaged. They're considering your offer. Your job is to address these objections with confidence and empathy. It's a crucial part of the closing process. First, listen. Really listen. Don't jump in with a counter-argument. Let the prospect fully express their concern. Often, the real objection is hidden beneath the surface. By listening carefully, you can uncover the true issue. Maybe they say it's about price, but really, they're worried about implementation. You can't address the real concern if you don't know what it is. Next, validate their concern. This doesn't mean you agree with it. It means you acknowledge it. You might say, "I understand why you'd be concerned about that. It's an important consideration." This shows empathy. It builds trust. It shows you're on their side, not just trying to push a sale. Now, reframe the objection. Turn it from a negative into a positive. If they're concerned about price, focus on value. Show how the investment will pay off in the long run. If they're worried about implementation, highlight your support team and smooth onboarding process. Always bring it back to how your solution solves their specific problems.
Section 8. The follow-up. Sealing the deal after the meeting. The meeting's over. You've made your pitch. You've handled objections. But the deal isn't closed yet. This is where many salespeople drop the ball. They think their job is done. But the follow-up is crucial. It's often where the real closing happens. Start with a thank you email. Send it within 24 hours of the meeting. Recap the key points discussed. Reiterate the value proposition. But here's the key. Include a clear next step. Don't leave it open-ended. Suggest a specific time for a follow-up call, or propose a timeline for moving forward. Keep the momentum going. Next, provide additional value. Send relevant case studies, white papers, or articles. Show that you're thinking about their needs even after the meeting. This positions you as a trusted advisor, not just a salesperson. It keeps you top of mind. It builds credibility, and it gives you a reason to stay in touch without being pushy. Be persistent, but not annoying. If you don't hear back, don't give up after one follow-up. But don't bombard them either. Find a balance. Mix up your communication methods. Maybe an email one week, a phone call the next. Always provide value with each touch point, and always have a clear call to action. Guide them towards the next step in the process.
Section 9, putting it all together, your path to closing mastery. We've covered a lot of ground. Psychological insights, communication techniques, proven strategies, real-life examples. Now it's time to put it all together, to create your own path to closing mastery. Remember, this isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about becoming the best version of yourself as a salesperson. Start by choosing one or two techniques to focus on. Maybe it's the assumptive close, or perhaps it's improving your objection handling. Practice these techniques relentlessly. Role play with colleagues. Record yourself and analyze your performance. Seek feedback from mentors or managers. Continuous improvement is key. Next, create a personalized closing playbook. Document what works for you. What phrases resonate with your prospects? What stories have the biggest impact? What follow-up strategies yield the best results? This playbook will be your guide, your secret weapon. Refine it constantly based on your experiences. Finally, remember that closing is a skill. Like any skill, it improves with practice. Don't get discouraged by setbacks. Learn from them. Analyze what went wrong. Adjust your approach. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Each closed deal is a step towards mastery. Each interaction is a chance to learn and grow. You have the tools. You have the knowledge. Now it's time to take action. Go out there and start closing more deals, build stronger relationships, create more value for your clients, and watch your sales success soar. The art of closing is within your grasp. Seize it, master it, and transform your sales career forever.